100%.
Do you see a lot of panic these days in the market, like when it comes to investors or the seasonal or the new investors, I would say, not the seasonal investors like Arshak always says, you know.
Yeah. Seasonal investors know that there's always a cycle, as you just said, that look, there's a real estate cycle. The property market goes up, comes down, but at the end of the day, there's a 10 to 15 years of cycle where the real estate doubles.
Yeah.
So seasoned investors know that, but it's just the newer investors who are panicking when the market goes down or where there's an uncertainty in the market.
Yeah, I think, look, the media is really good at portraying essentially one side to the story. And there's definitely some panic out there, but I also think that there is fear with the uncertainty of what's going to be happening. But there's so many great opportunities, and as you two know, for investors, when you think of the long term, it is definitely, when you have an investment property, looking at, okay, how can I have a strategy to make sure that I can hold this property to reach their goals, right?
100%.
And I think that's what a lot of people are doing now, is it takes a whole team of people to really help an investor along that journey, and just to educate them that now more than ever, we actually need investors to hold properties. We've got rental prices,
exactly. I was coming
rates.
to that, because this is like, I would say this is buyer's market at the moment, and more we need investors, and people are scaring out, but this is the time to actually jump and invest, because this is going to take you long term.
And plus there's a shortfall of houses in Australia right now. So as you just said, we need investors, we need money, people to put in their money in the real estate sector.
Absolutely.
But with obviously we've been hearing about the rental crisis, there's a rental crisis. So how does that affect, as in your experience as a BDM, as being in the rental space, to investors? Is it a good thing, is it a bad thing, or how can they take advantage of this situation?
Yeah, I think right now it's really great that I'm actually seeing a lot of leaders and a lot of people in real estate and the property management space speak up, because now more than ever we actually need people to talk about what's actually happening. We need to encourage investors that there are still great opportunities out there. If you have the support, the guidance, you've got your strategies, your goals to be able to hold those properties. And like you said, great opportunities right now.
100%.
Rental prices are really great. I think also can be a misconception. A lot of people are going, oh, rents are so high. However, we had 3 years ago, we had a pandemic. Rents actually decreased significantly. Now then it's stabilized, and now because of the shortage of rental properties that we are seeing, some areas are seeing that spike in the rental prices. So I think it's just being in control of how you educate people, the 100%. Value piece, being really aware of the market and telling that to investors, you know, saying this is the rental yield on a property. These are the kind of renters that you'll be able to attract on your property.
That is very important, because a lot of people don't talk about the kind of investors. They're just talking about the rental yield.
Correct, And there's different motivations behind different investors. So it could be because of capital growth, it could be that they're wanting cash flow, it could be that wanting to capitalize on their current existing home that they have, and they're pulling the equity out to build a portfolio. But interesting enough, in Australia, a majority of investors are mum and dads.
100%.
And they've got one investment property. So I think right now it's just how we can take control and have these conversations and have the courage to be able to support them. So how can we help you? Do you need to speak to a mortgage broker? Do you need to speak to a financial advisor? Do we need to restructure some things for you, and to be able to help them maximize their return and hold on to them? Because the market will come up again, and everyone will be so glad that they did just stick it out through the moment.